Psalm 133 talks about how great it is when the people of God dwell together in unity, in harmony. Think about that. What would happen if that took place? Because, well, quite frankly, it doesn't. A number of years ago, I lived in a community that was thriving. It was doing well. In fact, that community affected all the other communities in our county because it supplied jobs. And I thought, if one community can affect the economy of a whole county and a larger region even of that, then what would happen if in one community the spiritual condition was either up or down? How would that affect the whole county? And so I polled pastors together. I sent a letter out and I asked them to come and gather together to talk about this. I provided a meal for them. 24 pastors showed up and it was an awesome time. And we talked about the idea of how we might be able to affect the spiritual climate of our county and perhaps even influence our whole state. After all, we're people of God. And the scripture says, if my people who are called by my name would come together, we could change the world. And so we pulled together. But there was a few that wanted to have a statement of faith. And in that statement of faith, it was exclusive, not inclusive, but exclusive. I can tell you that once that started to happen, we started to fall apart. We started to fall apart because we couldn't agree on a statement of faith. In fact, we couldn't agree on much. And I sadly to say that it fell. It fell beside the wayside, and it fell because we couldn't come together in unity. We couldn't identify the things we could agree on, and that is that the spiritual condition of our people in our county and our communities was important. I wonder about that, and I wonder about that even today, because I see amongst the churches and amongst leaders that we don't get together. I have a friend in another community a ways away from where I live that has been able to pull pastors together in prayer every single week. And they have been able to break down the barriers of the denominational walls to come together to reach their community for Jesus Christ. That kind of unity and that kind of harmony together is odd, and it doesn't happen very much. And yet I'm encouraged by it. I think that the answer to that lies with each of us learning how to get along with people who are different. We don't do that well. We don't do that well whether we're followers of Christ or whether we're not. We just don't get along with other people. Perhaps today's the day you could start that yourself. Find ways to get along with people who are different than you. Love them. And if you can't love them anyway. What a difference our world would be if we could actually do that. Think about that today, would you? Hey, until next time, God bless.